Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hi, Hoffer. Hi, Power. Hi, Beeb. I think the music's kind of loud. I'm turning it down a bit. I gave up on trying to capture Spotify only. Okay, music is loud. All right, I'm turning it down a bit. I gave up trying to capture Spotify. We are listening to my whole desktop. So hopefully there's no notification noises or anything that'll happen. But hopefully no more crunchy today. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Still a bit loud. Okay. Turn it down a bit. Bit more. There we go. We opened physical Pokemon cards recently, shared on both Lewis's Discord and Beeve's Discord. Very nice. Yeah, I saw those fly by, the pictures. Yeah, you got some cool cards. Was it from like what's the most recent set? Like what set were you opening those for? Very exciting. How exciting. I've been playing Final Fantasy 11 like non-stop this weekend. I was playing up until like 10 minutes before stream started. Just trying to like get things done. I don't know, I'm in it now. I'm having fun. I like know how I think I kind of have figured out how the game works. So I'm like, oh, I can do things now. But hope you're well. Yeah, oh, thank you. Hope you're well. From Shrouded Fables, which is not the latest set. Ah, okay. Was there like a particular card that you wanted? Or from that set? Is that why? But yeah, I've been playing a lot. I've been recording it actually. I was thinking about, it's not a very good stream game because the story is like, here's like 5 minutes of story. Now go kill things for like an hour and then come back. So it's not a very good stream game. It's a good game for like watching games done quick or YouTube or something while you do your leveling. Yeah, but I have been recording like the bits and pieces of like interesting story stuff, and so I don't know, I might put it together as like a vlog. like a virtual vlog. Final Fantasy 14 player goes on a backpacking trip all around Final Fantasy 11 and does a vlog series. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see. It's fun stuff. Just wanted to open cards. Didn't even look up what cards are in the set for most part. It was a recent set though. Ah, okay. Yeah. I think it's still in the Scarlet Violet era. I think. Well, that's cool. Go for it. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if I can get off my lazy butt and actually put stuff together edit together the videos, because it's really just like it's a mishmash of like little moments. You play Final Fantasy 11 and talk to chat during the monotonous parts. Oh man, I think you're either underestimating how monotonous the grindy parts are, or you're overestimating my ability to talk for several hours. Oh my goodness. There's like a lot of random stuff. Most of it is just like walking from place to place. Maybe, I think it might get better. It might become more streamable as I get further in the game, because I'll unlock like teleport points and things, but make about as much progress in Final Fantasy 11 as you do in the art streams. I know! I talk so much. I might actually make more progress in 11 because You can turn your brain off for just like going around hitting monsters. Hey Greg, Final Fantasy 7 to 7-11. 7-11. Oh, thank heaven. Remember that jingle? Okay, let's do the art stream. All right, we are doing a summary of art. I'm doing doodles to kind of do a year in review of 2024. We got through halfway last time. We're gonna finish it today. Just kind of showcasing like here's what was going on in my life, mostly in my life and in streams in 2024. Yeah, so just kind of a I don't know, if like a fun way to revisit memories and such. We're gonna continue today. So July we played a lot of game. We did Tomba. Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail came out. I think I finished Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth apparently. Marble bit my computer monitor, so I had to get a new monitor. And coincidentally, I also played Final Fantasy 11 for the first time in July, so I don't know how I'm gonna... There's a lot of things to pick from. I need to pick what I want to draw here for July. Looking good so far, thank you! Do you ever sleep 1 hour more than you planned and get upset? Yes. I actually do that less now, but I used to get very upset about waking up late. I'd be like, my whole day is wasted! My whole schedule is off, and I'd be grumpy all day. And then I got less grumpy about it, I think because which coincides with me getting Marble, and Marble just like sits on me, and then I'm like, well, I can't move anyway. Guess this is my life, and like, I don't know. Marble taught me how to just be okay with napping sometimes. Draw my life. Yes. Was Draw My Life a thing in 2012? I don't know. I was very much out of the art game in like 2012 to 2016, I would say. I did not do a lot of drawing at all. I'd line earlier. Yes, definitely the marble biting. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be part of it. You woke up from a nap and don't feel grumpy at all. That's good. I sometimes, I mean, I still feel grumpy sometimes, but like... I don't know if this is like... yeah, I'm not a very good napper. It wasn't an art-centric trend, it was just something big YouTubers did. They drew themselves? They drew their life? Am I reviving a 2012 big YouTuber trend? I don't know if I should feel proud of myself or ashamed. I want to make Marble look more happy about this. You're too good at napping. I envy you. Mix of both, alright. Can't believe Marble did that. I know. Marble is over party. Hashtag Marble is over party. Need to draw Tomba for sure. Tomba is such a good game. Every time I watch Games Done Quick, I'm always like, I learned how to speedrun Tomba too. But I know I would give up very fast. I would give up very fast. I think Robo Lois would be very good at it. Cancel Marble. You can never cancel Marble. I don't know how to draw Tamba. He's a caveman with crazy hair. What is like a... What's like a... Okay, I want to draw Tamba wearing the suit at the end of the game because we got 100% or a suit for 2 seconds before ripping it off and jumping into the ocean. What did that suit look like? Guess I'll just have to make it up. I do not... There are not screenshots for monitor. Draw My Life was literally drawing your entire life story with tons of stick figure doodles. It wasn't quite like this. Oh. Got the unibrow. Got the unibrow. Tamba looks like he's ready to take you out on a date. Wait, I kind of like this. First Tamba drawing? Yes, please. The trend feels a little egotistical, but oh well. Eh. I mean, they're not really hurting anybody. Let them tell their story if they want. I say. How do I draw a suit? This? Maybe a bow tie? He's smiling while biting. He isn't even ashamed. No, he's so messed up. Oh, tuxedos do not have ties. Tamba's not going to a business. He's going to, like, prom. Screen should have a chocobo. The screen should have a chocobo. Maybe I should paint in like the UI of Final Fantasy 14. It's just like all messed up because the screen actually did work for the most part. It was just all like just not functioning in that corner. I can't decide if I hate or like the way that I drew Tamba. Okay, well, Tamba's here in his tuxedo. Wouldn't that be difficult with that size to work with? I think I could like blob in, you know, kind of like how I did with like with this. You know, I can kind of blob in the shapes. I think it would look recognizable from far. The hair on Tamba looks like a wig. That's true. Hi, Betty. How's your Sunday, Betty? You like how I drew Tamba? Isn't it like just mildly uncomfortable? He's so happy to be lighting the monitor. Yes. That is exactly what happened. Tamba looks like a Friday Night Funkin' character? I don't know what that is. What is Friday Night Funkin'? You got suckered into upgrading your Costco membership? How? Why? What do you get with the upgraded membership? I do not have a Costco membership of my own, so can you tell me what the benefit of upgrading was over your original thing? Get a Costco tote if you upgrade today only, and she said she only had 5 of them. This lady probably has like 300 of them in the bag. Oh, I see. You got FOMO'd into upgrading. I see. Is it a cool Costco tote? I'm gonna draw this character from Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. I like her. Actually, a lot of the fandom does not like her, but I like her. You get 2% back if you upgrade, so if you spend a certain amount it's worth, and looking at my spending, I'm on track to hit that amount. Oh. If you downgrade back to normal, they can refund you. My friend got refunded because she didn't spend enough for her exec membership to be worth it. Oh. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, if you're gonna, you go already spend enough at Costco, probably worth it. It's like, usually I'm not like a fan of like store specific, credit cards and all that, but my husband and I, since we now live pretty close to a Target, we now have like a Target credit card, and it's actually really worth it because we get gift cards and stuff for spending like a certain amount of money. The red card perk is worth? Oh. Wait, what's a red card? Target's card, red card? Oh, is it called red card? I don't know. My husband set it all up. I just use it. Ah, I see. I just call it the Target card. I did not realize it was called something. Okay. That girl. Princess with an axe. Look at her. Look at the cat girl princess. Okay, the way I drew this, now that I'm looking at it, it looks like Tom was taking her out on a date. Which is fine, I guess. I didn't mean it to look that way, but it looks that way now. Called the circle card? No. Oh, maybe, okay, that sounds familiar to me, the circle card. The red card sounds kind of scary, like the soccer thing. Crazy you do all these freehand, no sketch. Oh, thank you. I mean, that is something that I definitely had to work on. And part of it is me like practicing not being scared of making mistakes. Kind of just make the mistake, it's fine kind of thing. Borrowed this. It's for sure circle card. I'm tripping. No, it must have been called red card in the past. That seems plausible that it was called that before, and then they rebranded it or something, or like got rid of it and made a new offer. Like that sort of thing happens all the time. Tomba's flexing his date. He's like, He's like, look at me. Yeah, I mean, I think that seems very plausible. The thing is, though, I have a very hard time drawing Marble, because Marble's kind of, like, weirdly colored. He's, like, he doesn't have, like, solid colors. He's, like, a gradient. He's, like, his fur kind of changes from, like, black to red gradually. Or brown, I should say, on certain parts of his body. And it's, like, weird. It's hard to draw. Like, he's, like, kind of like a tabby, but it's, like, not... It's, like, not... I don't know. He doesn't have, like, stripes. Just kind of, like, speckled everywhere. Marble versus Capcom. I would play that game. I would play that game. Find a Marble reference picture. He's got, like... Because he's got kind of stripes. Like, this. Yes. I don't know. He looks like a snake, but that's fine. Perhaps accurate. Old. JoJo versus story versus art. A dark gray. Marble looks like a snake. That's accurate. What else has been going on? What do you guys do this weekend? Oh yeah, I was gonna make it the Final Fantasy base. Kramer versus Kramer. Isn't that the guy from Seinfeld? Maybe some old sitcom that I do not know. Everybody's UI looks different, eh? Uh-oh. Designing a 3D printed box for your 3D print filament to sit in while it prints. Oh, okay. Like a spool? Like a... So it doesn't like flop around while it's unwinding? Nice. That reminds me of an ad I saw on Instagram of it's like a little portable like yarn holder for like if you're knitting or crocheting. It's supposed to be like you like wind kind of like it's like a giant bobbin basically. You like wind your yarn onto it and then like and then you can and then it's got a little handle. And you can just carry it with you and then like as you're crocheting or knitting or whatever, it'll just like unspool. I was like, I bought it even though I haven't crocheted in years or knitted. Mainly keeps it safe from moisture. Allows me to set the box on the printer's hot plate to dry the spool without having to move it all the way out into your oven. Ah, okay. That's cool. What are the prerequisites to learn how to do something like that? Like, because you need to know a little bit of like Blender or something, right? Like some 3D modeling tool, I guess. Because actually, I was kind of thinking like, because I wanted to make something. I wanted to custom print something, and I was like, I do not know how to make this. And then I never sat down to like look up how to do that. Okay, that kind of looks like Final Fantasy 14. I don't know. Nightbot is self-promoting. The effects on the screen look amazing. Oh, really? Thank you. It'd probably look better if I looked up an actual photograph of a bit screen, but yeah, there's a lot you can do with just shape and color. That's the trick. You're doing on-shape CAD, free but always online and cloud-based. So do these tools just have like what's the threshold, I guess? Like, is it easy to just like, oh, I want to make something kind of box shaped, and then it's just like, here's a box, and you're like, great. Now I just need to make sure it's like the right dimensions and stuff, and then I'm good to go. Like, is that all you have to do, or do you have to be like, I am writing a command, make a box that is this shape and has this hole in it? Switching from SketchUp, it's a breeze, but it took a bit to figure out parametric modeling. Okay. Okay. Check it out sometime. That is, again, one of my, like, evergreen, like, New Year's resolutions. Oh, this is the year I'm gonna learn, 3D modeling. I'm gonna learn Blender this year. And I don't know, I always do other stuff, which is fine. I think I'm very happy with the things that I do. But, yeah, it seems like fun. I don't know. It seems cool to be able to just, like, make things, and then you print it out, and you're like, whoa, it's real. It's real. It's physical. Dad 3D prints a lot. He even has some ukuleles he's designed the model for? Oh, that's cool. Like, functional, I'm guessing. That's awesome. I guess you have to learn how, like, the physics of how the instrument works and such. That seems like a fun, like, thing to, like, build up knowledge about. Here's Tomba. Why does he look like this? Function. That's cool. You know, Robolois made an ocarina out of clay in art class in high school many years ago, and it like kind of worked. Very impressive. I don't know where it is now. This is the year I'm gonna reverse pollution and feed all the orphans. I wish. Please do. She did an ocarina out of time. Ocarina made out of time. Parametric modeling is cool because, like, for Goofy example, you make a circle that's 10mm diameter. Let's say you stick another circle on the edge of that circle. You can change the 10mm to be 5, and the other circle will stay on that line. Yeah, like it like I think I have seen. I know vaguely a little bit about this because I have some coworkers who do like research in this area, and like sometimes I see their like presentations and stuff. But yeah, it like remembers the relationships of things or something, so that like it kind of does, cool things like what you would expect if you besides a certain thing, then the other thing will be like, oh yeah, so the person, the creator wanted these two circles to kind of in this, relative position to each other, so we will maintain that relationship as other parameters change. SketchUp and Blender, it's all mesh based. Oh, okay, so that means it's like very manual, like you're basically sculpting. I see. Interesting. Okay. It can kind of turn into dependency hell if you're not careful. Yeah, I imagine that is the downside. Like if you're not careful about trimming those relationships, you can just kind of, there'll be like unexpected behavior and you're like, why the heck is this not doing the thing? Why is this thing acting like so weird? I'm sure a lot of the challenge is kind of like remembering how everything kind of works together. That's cool though. Sometimes for complex designs, you have to design it twice. The first time being like exploring, and then okay. And then the second time is like okay, like I know exactly how these pieces should fit together. That makes a lot of sense though. How do I shade Tomba's hair? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It does kind of remind me of like code sometimes, or art, I guess. Where it's like, you know, you do a sketch basically and you're like kind of just making marks everywhere because you're like, I don't really know where all this is supposed to go, but I'm figuring it out. And then once you do like the line art or the finished, you know, the color stuff, you're like, oh, okay, like now I have a plan now. I just need to put it together, and then, you know, now I can just kind of concentrate on putting it together in the most efficient way that isn't gonna mess me up later. Well, Tomba looks really cool. I don't know if it's because of the purple highlights. He originally downloaded somebody else's model and figured out that the model maker hadn't actually bothered making it work right. The fretting was completely wrong. He knew the math behind how you do the fretting, so he made one himself. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's it seems like 3D modeling has a big culture of like sharing models and content and stuff. Cool. People can do things like this, like, hey, I made a basic ukulele model, and somebody else is like, I made it work. Very awesome. Yes, designing everything to be appropriately modifiable and yes. Did you know there's an equation for how far away each of the lines on the fretboard are on the ukulele or guitar? That makes total sense to me. Because like mathematically, like sounds are, like if you want the strings to emit a certain sound relative to each other, like if you want the notes to be far apart enough from each other, the wavelengths or whatever, frequencies, that's the word. That makes sense that the frets also have to be like precise. That makes a lot of sense. Like code, there's actually a parametric CAD based entirely in coding. Ah, okay. My dad sometimes uses OpenSCAD. Oh, that's like a code-based 3D modeling? That sounds very scary. But I guess if you're familiar with it enough, it's probably faster. Because you're like, I know exactly what I want. You just like define it. Original model just made each line an equal amount in between, which is a problem. Yeah. So it must be kind of, I don't know, it might have been kind of fun to print that out and play it and just have it sound really funny. That might have been kind of funny. He printed it out before he caught it, which is why he designed it his own. Ah, I see. Like, I would watch a YouTube channel that's like covering all your favorite video game songs on a ukulele that is incorrect. And then it will like, I don't know. Maybe it didn't sound similar at all. Maybe it was like too different. But I think that would be really funny, playing on like an incorrect instrument. I'm sure there's a lot of different 3D models for instruments that are not correct. That might be a fun video series, just like Here's like an incorrect ocarina. Here's an incorrect, I don't know. What else can you make with 3D printing? Incorrect violin. Marble is a fine-looking young man. I tell him like 5 times a day that he's very handsome. Did with SketchUp for so long, pulling my hair out because I was afraid of parametric CAD, and then I finally tried it and was like, this makes so much more sense. So you recommend it? Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. I wonder why more artists don't use CAD. Maybe for the same reason. I always gravitated towards like, oh, someday I want to learn how to do Blender or SketchUp because that's like that's what artists use to like mock up their, you know, backgrounds or whatever. But I honestly I don't know the difference. Or I mean, now I know the difference since you've explained it, but I viscerally do not know why people. Blender is better for character modeling. Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess, yeah, maybe it's not as... Maybe if you're just trying to, like, literally sketch a layout of something, maybe it's faster. That. Why is Tomby in a tuxedo? That is the secret outfit that you gain when you 100% the game. And he will be wearing a tuxedo in the ending cutscene. Oh, he literally only wears it for like 2 seconds, and then he rips it off and jumps into the ocean. And you're like, oh, well, okay, I guess that was my reward for 100%ing the game, is he gets a cool tuxedo and then doesn't wear it. Apparently most of where your fingers go on a guitar is similar to the same notes on the ukulele. I believe that. Is a ukulele tuned the same way? Eagdabi? E-A-G-E-B? I think? For the guitar strings? Eagdabi. Making organic shapes generally flows better in Blender. CAD is more for precision and scalability. Yeah. I guess if you're planning to like actually 3D print something that you need to be a specific dimension, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Different tools for different tasks. My baritone ukulele is Diggaby. Okay, so it's just the lower 4 strings? So it's the same as the guitar, but the lower 4 strings, I guess. At least for the baritone one. Cool. Have I told you about my dad buying a Hannah Montana ukulele? There isn't really a story. He bought one. There's no story. He went to a garage sale, like he does, and he bought one. This was many years ago, though. It was like, look, a Hannah Montana. I think this was before my sister had kids, so it was like, he bought it for, like, us. And at this time, we were all, like, you know, 30-something. Or, like, 20 and 30. And he's like, here, I bought this for you guys. And we're like, cool. And, like, none of us, it is not a thing we've ever talked about. I don't know. He likes to make decisions by himself. This manner. Great story, yes. Does he like Hannah Montana? No, but I think he thought we liked Hannah Montana. Which, I don't know. I don't dislike Hannah Montana, I guess. We watched it, I mean, we've seen a couple episodes here and there. But it's definitely not something, we didn't like come home from school and was like, oh man, time to watch Hannah Montana. Like, I don't know what. Maybe cause he saw it was purple, so maybe he was like, maybe he didn't realize what it was. I don't know. I do not understand this man. Great story, thank you. I'm real good at telling stories. Sometimes it's just a sentence about a weird thing that happened. Installed Hannah Montana Linux on your computers. Oh, man. This is a young woman thing. Yeah, right? He's like, I have 3 daughters. What do they like? Purple, probably. Which is coincidentally also what happened about my... Wait, did I tell you about this? I can't remember if I said this on Friday about how I got jackets, like team jackets from work. And we ordered them like a while ago. They were like, they're like, oh yeah, we're ordering team jackets. And then like, you know, put in your size and like, you know, the fit that you want here. And so I filled out the survey, which was just 2 questions, which was what size and which like fit do you want? And I was like, okay, women's medium. And then finally they arrived and I was like, I'm so excited for my cool jacket. And big varsity jacket. No, it was not that cool. It was like a, you know, it was like a, one of those like, it was like a North Face jacket, but with like the company branding on it. So I went into the office the other day to pick it up because they're like, oh yeah, the jackets are in. Everyone, you know, grab yours. They all have like names on them. And I looked and I was looking for mine in the big pile. And I was like, I can't find mine. And then I looked over and there was like another pile of jackets. So there, like I was looking in the pile of jackets and they were like this nice, like kind of heather gray navy color. I was like, oh cool, these are cute. And then, but I couldn't find mine. And then I looked over and there was another pile of jackets right next to it that were all purple. And I was like, huh? And then I looked and I found my jacket, which was purple. And then I looked at all the other names and I realized all the women's jackets were purple and all the men's jackets were blue. And I was like, and it was like not a night. I mean, it's a, you know, I mean, I like purple in isolation, but I don't normally wear bright. It was like a bright, very bright, like royal purple. And I was very sad. Yeah, it was like, this seems unnecessarily segregating. I don't know. Like, but I didn't know how to complain about it. I was like, who do I even complain to about this? And like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Am I making too much a big deal about it? I don't know. I don't know. Am I overreacting? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. You know, at least it wasn't pink. Yeah, I guess. At least it wasn't pink. But I just like, and I actually went back to the survey. I double checked. I was like, did I ask for a purple? Was there like a color choice on the survey we filled out? And I went back in my email and looked, and it was just your size and like what fit you want. And I was like, man, man. Complain to the people on Twitch. That's what I'm doing. I'm complaining to you because I'm too not assertive to figure out who to complain to about at work. What color was the first pile? The first pile was, there were only 2 piles. It was, the men's jackets were all blue, like kind of a blue-gray. And so a little bit more neutral. And then the women's jackets were like purple, like a royal purple. I mean, I still took it home, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna wear it. I don't know. It's like, maybe I could wear it. It seems like a waste to not wear it. It's a very nice jacket. It's like soft. Nice, but yeah. So anyway, I was kind of like, what are we doing here, people? What are we doing here? Besides Betty, there's no proof of real people with just small text on a screen. I know. Maybe you all are robots designed to validate me and entertain me. This girl of gloves kind of just has these like bracer things. Okay, cool. I saw on Reddit past week this girl got added to her BF's group chat, but in the end there were no friends. The BF just made a bunch of fake accounts. That's sad though. That's really sad. Wait, so like her BF added her to the group chat and then just thought like she would never figure it out? Huh. Or something? Like what was the game plan here? Like to convince the GF that like I actually have friends or something? Sad. I guess like when you see all those videos on TikTok and Instagram and they're like, you know, all these memes about being in the group chat, and then you probably watch them and you're like, haha, me too. Yeah, I also relate to these things about interacting in a group chat. Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Me and the bestie. I definitely have a bestie. I definitely have one. Robots from an alternate dimension with an internet connection. Wait, but that would be rad though. I would love to be in a group chat with aliens. Oh no, that's Homestuck though. That's Homestuck. Not that that disqualifies anything for me, but that is Homestuck. That is what Homestuck is. Okay, Betty has posted the drama. I don't know if there was drama. Maybe it's just a confused GF. Am I overreacting after I found out my boyfriend's online friend group I became part of 2 years ago has been just him the whole time? 2 years? Yeah, I'm wondering what was the game plan? Like, was he just trying to like pretend the girlfriend that he has friends so that she wouldn't think he was like weird or something? Like, was that the thing? I don't know. I think I would be more sad than scared. Well, I don't know. For 2 years, that's a long time. 2 years is that is a very long time. Talking to yourself for 2 years, yeah. Sometimes you do things spontaneously and you don't have it in a game. That's true. I suppose so. And then you just kind of have to make up lies to cover up more lies. He added her when they were just friends so he could use it to like get to know her. Oh, okay. That's a bit more nefarious. I see. That's a little nefarious. Maybe it was one of those things where he was like, there's no way this is gonna work. And then it worked. And then he was like, well, frick. Now I have to do this all my life. And like, what? We get married? I have to keep doing it. He was in too deep, but he couldn't like end it. Cause he's like, well, I finally got a girlfriend after all this work. What am I supposed to do? Confess? No, I can't confess. Why would I ruin everything? Okay. Oh, look at Wukalamat. She's so cute. Tell the truth, rookie mistake. This is like a high school TV show plot. Great patterns with the colors on the clothes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's simplified for sure. Yeah, you kind of just gotta go for the gist. The gist of it. Actually, one thing that really helps with kind of practicing and simplifying is doing watercolor painting. Just because like, I don't know, controlling water is so hard. And like the more color you blob onto the paper, the like more wrinkled and like, you know, you kind of ruin the paper by doing a lot of little details. So you kind of have to like force yourself to start simple and then like slowly get more complicated over time as your paper dries. I think that's helped a lot, like doing watercolor here and there throughout my life. Because you try to do watercolor and you're like, why is all the color getting all weird? Like, oh, it's because I'm like trying to out and it's like making all the color rub off. Like, oh, probably not what I want to do. Like, chat, can I confess that I really like reading Reddit posts like this? It's like kind of a problem because I think my Facebook algorithm, which I do not use that much, but my Facebook algorithm has like picked up on it, and like all I see when I log into Facebook is like screenshots of like am I the asshole Reddit posts or like ask Reddit posts, and I do stop scrolling to look at them. And it's like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. You need special paper to do watercolor, right? Yes, that's right. I mean, you need watercolor paper that's like kind of thick and a little bit textured, so it doesn't like wrinkle up when you put water on it. And even then, I think a lot of people like tape it down to a little, like a board or something, so that it doesn't lift up and like get all curvy, because that'll like shift the water around. Am I the asshole for eating my cat after he bit through my computer screen? I would never. I would never. Okay. Color the line art for this. A lot of people do. I tend to get overly upset over them, even though some of them are funny, so I try not to feed that part of me. Yeah. I think sometimes if I read a really bad one, I'll get kind of upset. But like, so I totally understand that. But thankfully, most of the time, I don't know. It's like, I think because maybe it's like I mean, this must be like a human thing. I mean, I hope so. I hope I'm not like a psychopath or something, a sociopath. But I think there is something kind of fun about like hearing and reading about drama, and like the Reddit posts are like a source of that for a group of people that I will never know. You know what I mean? It's like you're a little bit removed from the danger, I guess, in that sense, right? Because it's like, okay, like nobody I know is being harmed in this process, and like for all into like probably, you know, maybe somebody's making this up too. Like I have no idea if this is even real. So I think it's like makes it a little bit easier for me to kind of just enjoy it, even if it's like too horrible though, then I'm just like, oh man, that is very bad, and I don't like reading this. But you know, if it's like I uninvited my mother-in-law from our wedding because she said this to my son, and you're like, ooh, tell me about it. What did she say? What did she do in response? How did everyone else react? You know, it's like stuff like that. I yelled at my oh yeah. Yeah, like the weird age difference ones is very like, oh my god. And like at that, sometimes you read it too, and like the person's like fighting with all the commenters, and you're like, is this real or somebody just trolling? I don't know. I was gonna joke early in the stream, it'd be funny if you only get half the rest of the drawings done today and that just repeats, and here we are, an hour in on one drawing. Don't scare me like this, Power. No, we can do this. I believe. Some are awful, some are transparently fake. I don't know, like a lot of times I read one, I am too trusting, I guess. Like a lot of times I read one and all the comments are like, this is fake, and I'm like, it is? How do you know? I don't know. This seems like something that could happen. I don't know. I think everyone, hey Nostrada, I think everyone's interested in some kind of gossip. Reddit, Am I the Assholes makes it easier to consume gossip at a distance. It's like compressed reality TV. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think with reality TV, I have a very hard time with because like you're physically watching people like be mean to each other, and that really upsets me. But like, but yeah, with text, you're kind of just like, oh, this is just like, oh, it's like I can kind of file it away in the fiction part of my brain, I suppose. Like, there's definitely a lot more distance. The ones with the age gaps, my BF loves me so much, and he's a good person, but sometimes he kicks babies and scams the elderly. Besides that, he's perfect. Yeah, I know! And you're like, is this... Really? Really, girl? Are you sure? Info, my BF didn't take his coffee the morning he kicked the pregnant woman. Yeah, it's like... Come on. I don't know. Yeah, it's stuff like that that I get really like. I can't read those. Those are very upsetting. But yeah, I'm more into the like. My friend said that like this other friend was being bad at their game that they're playing, and now they won't talk to each other, and it's just escalated from there. You know, like that kind of thing. Like I like that kind of stuff. Like yeah. You love reality TV, Betty? You do? I did not know that about you. Or maybe I did, I don't know. What kind of reality TV shows do you watch? I have a very hard time watching reality TV. I don't know. I'm just like, everyone stop fighting. I don't like seeing it. Northern Lions React Court, which is just reading those. Oh. Yeah, there's a surprising amount of like social media accounts that are kind of built on reading those things. Like and discussing it. Like there's also the red flag guy on Instagram who I see sometimes. Like he also does like readings of like Reddit posts and then like reacts to them. The Bachelor. Ah, you've been watching a ton now that you have Brownie. Oh, okay. 1,000-Pound Sisters and 90-Day Fiance. Oh. I've not watched any of those. I actually did listen to The Bachelorette? No, was it? The Bachelor contest? Or which one? I can't remember which one it was. But I did listen to a podcast for a while. Because it was by one of the McElroy brothers, of Mabim Bam fame, had a podcast with his wife about where they like would talk about Bachelor episodes. And I never watched the Bachelor episodes, but I would listen to them talk about the episodes, which I guess similar to the Reddit posts is kind of like a removed way of hearing about the gossip that happened. But then they stopped doing the podcast because it was kind of like bumming them out. And they're like, we decided to stop the podcast. They did it for years. Like it was a very long running podcast. And then they were just like, you know what? Hi, everybody, fans of the podcast. We're going to stop doing this podcast because it makes us sad and it's getting worse over time and we don't enjoy the show anymore. And so we're stopping the podcast. I was like, oh, okay. There's something about watching delusional people that helps me feel normal. Ah, I see. I think that's a very decent explanation for why people gravitate towards gossip. That I think seems like a very reasonable explanation. The only reality show that I actually sat down for was kind of messed up. It was called Space Cadet. Whole premise was getting a group of people convinced they were going to space, and they did a whole illusion of space flights and stuff. Wait, that sounds so mean. So it's like basically like a show about being pranked. Wait, they must have been so sad. Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that. Sounds so sad. You used to love The Bachelor. Ah, okay. Love competition reality TV like Survivor, Big Brother, and stuff like that. Ah, okay. Yeah, I never watched Survivor either. I know that was a really popular thing though among my peers. I was like in high school, but I never watched it. People love to give opinions and judgment, yeah. I always joke about how the best way to get a right answer is to ask a question and then like rather than asking a question is to offer a wrong answer to a question and then people will swoop in to correct you. And you're like, ooh, thank you. Bachelor's a good mix because the early contestants are usually delusional, but once they narrow it down to the top 4, you're invested in the normal people love story. Oh, okay. But do they actually get together? Like, it seems like a really weird way to establish a long-term relationship. I mean, I shouldn't say weird. It just seems very... Well, no, I guess it is kind of weird. I don't know. Like, does it ever work out? Okay, we're on August. Most of them didn't last, yeah. I guess that makes sense. But I suppose that's also not the point of the show. There's a couple? Oh, cool. There's more that don't, yeah. But I suppose that means... I mean, that seems statistically reasonable. 90 Day Fiancé is next level delusional. I see. I got upset at my mom for asking me to clean my room, so I went over and ran over a parrot. Man, I don't know, man. Some posts really are like that. Interesting. The world of reality TV. I've heard of some reality TV shows that are very wholesome. Like, I've heard a lot of good things about Great British Bake Off, but I also haven't seen it because I don't watch a lot of TV in general. But if I did, I think I would enjoy it. Or the one where Gordon Ramsay, it's like the Gordon Ramsay cooking competition show, but it's like with the kids instead of like the grown adults, and he's like really nice to them. I want to watch that too. People love to judge as a whole. Far back is the Bible. Like, judge, not lest ye be judged. So it's a human nature thing. Yeah. Definitely, for sure. I mean, I think there's some evolutionary advantage to it, right? It's like it's advantageous for you to correct other people in your group, your hunting, gathering, nomadic group, and tell them to do the right thing, right? But, you know, in modern, I think that instinct also kind of, you know, now it's like a little less relevant in modern times, I suppose, but it still comes out. So yeah, I can totally understand where it comes from. Famous example is USA versus UK Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmares. The UK show has a lot of tension, but it's so much more chill. Oh, okay. And the USA one seems really intense. Like, all the clips I've seen of it, Gordon Ramsay is just, like, very angry. And then the restaurant people are, like sassing him, and I'm like, stop! Stop it! He knows more than you! It's raw! That one's Hell's Kitchen, right? I think? Hell's Kitchen also looks very stressful. I think that's where also the I'm an idiot sandwich came from. When they're like, who do you think you are to Gordon? I'm like, who do you think he is? Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Okay, August. What are we doing for August? I do not have a lot of August notes. It is when I wrote down Live 2D. I don't know if that meant I launched my Live 2D or I started learning Live 2D. So I don't know. I do not have notes for August. What did I do in August, chat? I don't remember. I think I was probably working on my Game Boy Color during this time, but I'd already drawn it earlier. I wrote down a note. I've started watching this VTuber. I guess I could just draw him. It was my birthday. Oh yeah, I guess it was my birthday. I learned Live 2D with the Tamagotchi VTuber. Oh, that's right. We did the Tamagotchi VTuber. I drew Mamachi already. Draw the Live 2D logo. Draw the Live 2D logo. Reality TV is just like Reddit. You can't believe a single one to be real. But if it was real, would you enjoy it more? is it a blocker to enjoying it because you don't believe in it? It's advantageous to think about your choices, and it has the side effect of causing you to do it to others. Yeah. Funny because, like, these people put an application for Gordon Ramsay to come and fix their business, and they berate everything he suggests. Yeah. It makes me wonder. I mean, the producers of the show must choose people who would do that, right? They try to find people who are gonna be kind of like confrontational for the views or whatever. That doesn't change my enjoyment. Ah, okay. August was Paper Mario. Paper. We started. Is that when we started Paper Mario? Look up some Mario reference. Whoa, I just saw that Mario has legs in the original Paper Mario box art. He's got legs. Weird. Everyone's trying to be professional and mannered, and then you have a handful of the loose cannons, and the producers are like, yeah, those guys. Yeah. I mean, the upsetting thing is that it works. Like, people do like to watch it, you know? For reasons discussed earlier. How do you guys remember what you played? I don't remember what I did. Yeah, me neither. I'm like, apparently. 1,000-year door. Should I draw the 1,000-year door? Draw Mario looking at a map? Draw... I mean, I can't draw Goombella. I drew Mario up here, being like, hello? Draw the door. Also, Pokemon Violet DLC. That's true. That is true. Those restaurants either don't exist or the owners were told to react that way. Ah, so maybe they're acting. Draw for 1,000-year door. There's like so much I could draw. I could draw this like battle, like the background. Oh, I could draw like the stage. Draw like you know how like the battle system, or when you're in battle mode, it's like this. Paper Mario might have been recorded in July though and uploaded in August. Give it a check. Oh, thank you. You definitely don't have to, but thank you. I mean, either way, it was happening through August, so it's a good as thing as any, perhaps. Gotta stay. Hasn't even ended yet. Yeah, we haven't beat it yet. I'm only like a little more than halfway done, actually. Yeah, the stage, and then I draw like trees, you know? And then, yeah, lots of little characters in the audience, yeah. I could draw, like... Ooh, okay, I got an idea. I have an idea! Okay, I'm gonna do this. Erase. Oh no, this is gonna be so small. Like this? I don't know. There was one counter evidence. The one episode where the owners were so psycho that Ramsey pulled out. Oh. People went and visited them and it was nearly as bad as the show presented. Oh, okay. Okay. Looks great. And then, hold on. Yes. Yes. I don't know what the enemy should be though. What am I fighting? What am I fighting for? I need my like menu system. Don't even color it, just leave it exactly like that. Even Marvel, yes. Power of the second tab and the internet. Maybe the enemy is Betty. Betty doesn't have a corporeal form in the VTuber universe. It looks like a paw. Oh, it does. What should my action be? Cry. I don't know. Like, it's just like, oh wait. This remix reminds me how much I love the Besaid jungle theme of the game. Played a little bit more of it yesterday. Ooh. How far are you now? Who should my enemy be? I don't know. He looks like you, but with different hair. I can't character design Betty Bach on the fly. Could be fighting a Koopa. Could be fighting, like, is there a way to quickly depict anxiety? I don't know. Like, oh, the Indian man. Gerbils. Betty is referring to a painting I made of her in high school many long years ago. Gerbils and darkness. Or how about like a do list? This? I don't know. Like things I have to accomplish. I'm fighting something else I did in August. Oh, Live 2D? No, I didn't fight with Live 2D that much. I actually had a very pleasant time with Live 2D. Maybe it's just the Pokemon DLC? I don't think I was fighting Pokemon DLC though. Wait, who's the bad guy in Pokemon DLC? It wasn't really a bad guy, just a messed up pair of siblings. Carmine? I don't want to beat up Carmine though. I mean, she is a jerk, but I wouldn't beat her up. She's a child. It looks like she's telling her enemy to cry about it. Cry. Oh. No, I am the one that is crying. I will never get over Maester Seymour's use of hairspray. He is in the running for craziest hair in Final Fantasy and anime video games of, like, in general. I could fight the VTuber that I watch? No, I don't want him to see this. He sees my art sometimes. I don't want to fight him. I don't actually want to fight him. I would put him over on the, like, I wouldn't, like, I guess if I put him in here, he'd be on the sidekick side, but that also seems kind of presumptuous. Okay, we'll just go with this. We'll just go with to-do list. This is fine. Okay. Okay, we'll just color this. This is fine. Have kind of a dark red because heart's in shadow. Have by the way, how's the music? It's not too loud, right? I cannot tell. It is harder to judge the volume of the music now that it's playing directly from my desktop. Fine, there's 4 spots left anyway. That's true. There's plenty of other doodles. Stuff in the background. Okay. Yeah, cannot snacks. I don't have anything to snack on. It looks like she's telling Marble to cry. No. No. I have to like select the enemy pack. I have lost my reference. Okay. Art. Hello, Matt. How's your weekend going? I hope it's going good. I'm drawing a representation of me and Paper Mario. Going well, just not ready for it to be over. Oh, me too. I want to play games. I want to draw and play games. I want to retire and become a grandma that just draws and plays games. Paper Jojo with the 1,000-year marble. I love that. How's your weekend been? Going good. I was telling chat earlier that I was playing a lot of Final Fantasy 11 this weekend, which has been great. I've been enjoying it now that I kind of have figured out like what the heck I am doing in the game. I am enjoying it. It's difficult. But yeah, I was playing like I've been playing like every spare moment this weekend. I have like other things I'm supposed to be doing this weekend, which like I can push off. They're not like I have to do them this weekend, but like I probably should do them before it's too late. But instead, I am playing Final Fantasy 11. Goal in life is totally to retire early. We'll see if that actually happens. Yeah. I wish you luck. I wish you luck. I think the only way we would be able to retire early is if we like move to somewhere with very low cost of living. You know? Which I guess some people do that. They amass their fortune and then they move to like I don't know, like Thailand or something, where the cost of living is very low, and they just kind of cruise, which feels like a cheat code. It feels like a cheat. But I mean, I guess if you have the option, I suppose why wouldn't you? Move to the countryside, yeah. To the countryside. Live in Indiana, which is about as cheap as you can get in the US. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it kind of just depends on, like, do I want to live here? You know? And for some people, like, some people are like, no, definitely not. And other people are like, yeah, like, I can totally hang out here in this place that I did not live before, and I am totally fine with that. Or I can, you know, I can move to another country, and I'm, like, totally fine with that. But, yeah, it really depends. Some people move to a place and they really hate it. Not deal. Drawing a cry emoji as my, I think, back circles are like. Love the small joy. Thank you. Super paper Jojo. As shy and introverted as I am, I can't imagine myself living in a more rural country area. I might have the spoons to meet a lot of people, but I still appreciate seeing people existing around me daily. Yeah, I am totally the same way. Like, I don't like doing social things, but I like seeing people around. Yeah, I don't know. Like, because I think I find people kind of fascinating. Like, I like looking at what people are doing. Like, seeing people just kind of going about their lives. I guess is, you know. Yeah, so I definitely be alone somewhere. As much as I think I could just subsist on being online only. Like, if I lived in the mountains with nothing around and just internet, like, sometimes I think to myself, like, I could be happy like that. But then I'm like, I would need my daily bubble tea or whatever. Like, I do need to, like, go see people at the park sometimes. Second bubble would probably be wet. Oh, I could put all the emotes. I've been just doing the normal icons. I could make up different icons. I guess I could make up. I'm gonna put a Tamagotchi in one. Would the reference get lost though? Or would people still kind of, like, get it? I think. I guess I wouldn't have a hammer. I guess I would have a... Maybe, like... I'm gonna put a gamepad. I used to be like that, but lately I've been realizing I really like enjoying hanging out in person. I just wish I could be more, let's hang out at my house and do nothing and chat occasionally, rather than needing to do lunches. Me too! I was talking about this with somebody the other day. I was like, maybe it was with you, chat? I don't know. But, I was talking about how I've been trying to, like, be more, like, for the past couple years, I've been trying to be more like, oh, I should initiate talking to friends more, right? Instead of being the one that friends invite to stuff. Not look good. instead of being the one that friends have to invite, I like maybe I should invite people to things. But then I'm like, okay, like I think I feel comfortable enough with so and so to do this. But then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna invite them, and then I'm like, to do what? I don't know. To what? Like, what would they want to do? And if I suggest something, will they hate it? Will they think it's boring? I don't know. I'm worried. And I just never end up fighting. That is my problem. Not know what to do after the decision of, I would like to invite my friend to something. I do not know what to do. The last 2 months are hard to explain, so why not include references? Yeah. One of the commands for cry would be scream and panic. 2FP. Color as well. I want to be the no, I don't want to go to the bar with you, but please, if you want to go to IKEA, I'll hang out with you person. Yeah! Yeah, I am just like that. I'm like, would you like to eat on my couch while we both game, like play different things, and then I will give you snacks and stuff? Or do you want to sit there while I like do my laundry and I can talk about, you know, this game I saw? Let me be people's Home Depot random errand friend. Get a truck and you'll be that person. Ah, life hack. If they don't like it, you can always pick something another time. But what if there is no other time? What if they hate me forever after that? See, that's a problem. They could hate me forever. Looks so beautiful and perfect. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna color drop the colors from this. There I am. I'll work on my game session spreadsheet and you'll do art sketches. Perfect situation. Yeah! I totally get that. Yeah, we're in the library doing homework. Yeah, because that's also how I hung out with friends in college too. Like I would go over to their, like a lot of my friend circle all lived in the same dorm building except for me. So I would walk over and then like, you know, they would have, actually it was kind of a cool thing. Like they had this setup where they had dorm rooms in like groups. So like instead of just like a big building full of dorm rooms and then like a common area on each room, like the groups, there were like small groups of dorm room that each had their own mini like common area. So I had some friends that had some rooms that were nearby each other, and so we would just hang out in that common area like after classes, go get dinner together, such. And then just like, you know, do our homework, or like somebody would be playing. We played a lot of Guitar Hero. Like somebody would be playing, you know, something on the screen. The rest of us would be like doing homework or like, you know, doing other stuff. That was always very nice. Offered them boba, now they hate me. Exactly! What if they think boba is boring and they think I'm dumb for liking boba? Shadow down here. Otherwise, I will never get it. If I make all these little characters, like different characters, I will never get this done. They could also hate you forever for not initiating. Oh no, why would you add that fear to my brain? Lose either way, but at least one of them will be your choice. But if yeah, you're right. You're right. I know it. I gotta become the local trans lesbian with the truck. Pretty much. Like all the truckless and weary, come to me. I will help you. I don't remember what the Statue of Liberty thing is. Okay. How's this? How's this shadow here? He's like wooden. The great fan art. Thank you. I like this idea. I is supposed to have clouds. Marble is in 2 months in a row. He deserves it. It looks like Paper Mario, I think. This looks like Paper Mario, right? Line art. 1 month of this? Okay, we can move on to September. As an avid watcher of Twitch, but not streamer, I do a lot of avoiding and yeah. Initiating is hard. Yeah, I don't know. I get really worried that like I think I'm projecting a little bit because like sometimes I get, you know, people will invite me to do things and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do that. But then I feel like I have to say yes. And I think I like worry about putting other people in that position, even though like if they just said, hey, I would like to do something else, I would just be like, oh, okay, that's fine. And I would not be upset about it whatsoever. Or for whatever reason, I feel like if I do that to other people, they'll be mad at me. So I don't know. Some of the feedback I've gotten from friends that don't give up on me is I'm always have to be the one to get something started. I wish you'd do it more. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I'm sure it's like not that I've ever been this friend, but I can totally imagine that it gets tiring to be the person to have to initiate stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's specifically relevant now because we, in my local friend group here, California, I have a friend who like, who was kind of the initiator. I mean, she like enjoys it, I think. So I don't think she ever like, she doesn't like complain about it or whatever, but like now that she moved, and so now that she moved, we all keep in touch like online and such too. Sometimes and stuff, but now that she moved, it's like the rest of us don't really like we don't like do things, and she's like worried about she's like, you guys need to like hang out without me there, and I'm like, yeah, and we're both like, yeah. I'm like, oh. I totally have no clue who you may be referring to, lol. Yeah, Matt knows. Yeah, but yeah, she was definitely the is there a word for this? Party organizer person. Not party. We didn't really party. I mean, we partied in our own nerd ways, but like yeah, she was definitely the person to like get us all together and do things together and stuff. And now I'm like, I don't know how to be friends with the planner. Yes, the planner. Organizer. I'm not surprised she was the person who arranged everything. Yep. Similar thing for me, the main person who really did that moved away. Oh no! What happened? Did somebody step up or did it all kind of fade away? Tell me. Tell me the future ghost of Christmas, future ghost of Christmas is yet to come. Tell me it doesn't have to be this way. Saying yes to something you don't want to do might give them the wrong idea, and they might invite you to do the same thing again. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so much better for everyone to just say no, but I always feel like I'm like, oh, I don't want to disappoint them. I don't know. I have major people pleaser syndrome. I'm trying to be better about arranging things myself. Oh, good for you. Okay. Well, maybe we can not commiserate. It's not a bad thing, but maybe we can support each other in trying to be more assertive, because I am also, not that I've actually done anything, but like in my mind I struggle with it. I'm like, I should think of things to do. I should invite people to things. I don't know. The ghost of Christmas, yet to rhyme. But like, shadow. Hey, look at this! Ta-da! It would be cool to do some sort of Discord server meetup sometime. Yeah, I think that would be nice. There's a lot of people in the Discord that I have not met in person. It's like there's like a lot of friends of friends in there, but I think everyone seems. I think that would be very nice. But the but the logistics of organizing like several grown adults who live in many different places is gonna be difficult. Not that we can't do it though. Require some effort. I think for adults, the key is having things be effortless. You need to be able to stop what you're doing, see your friend within like 15 minutes. Otherwise, you gotta make plans. Okay, see, this is the thing. The other friends that I live that live near me that we hang out together, like they live literally like 10 minutes away from me. Like I have no excuse. They live so close to me. Like we can go to each other's places like so fast. But yeah. So I have no excuse. There is no barrier to this. Except for our own brains. I shouldn't speak for them. Except my own brain. What is Omega Mart? What? What's Omega Mart? Oh, we went to Disneyland, Universal, and Omega Mart. What the heck's Omega Mart? Oh wait, is that the thing in like Las Vegas or whatever? The thing owned by the South Park people? Is that what I'm thinking of, or is that something else? I think you guys told me about something. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else. Scheduling streams is initiating stuff, so you're making progress. That's true. But the thing is, I don't have to invite people to the streams. I just talk to myself until people show up. The inviting part, I think, is the hard part. And I'm very comfortable just talking to myself. Ooh, a theme park meetup would be fun. Mega Mart's a series of art installations as a wacky grocery. Ah, okay. I have seen that. I've seen. I mean, I haven't been there, but I have seen that. So is it big? Like, is it like a theme park art installation kind of place, or is it just kind of like a small like thing, and then you take pictures next to the cool art installation stuff? I have heard of this. Yes, I have heard of this. I guess, did you do those all in one like trip, or are these separate trips? That'd be kind of cool. Just like a little road trip. Separate trips. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, September is when I gave up on the Game Boy Color mod and decided to start over on a new one. I beat Pokemon DLC Part 1 at we could draw like a Kieran or like Ogerpon or something. I also bought a sewing machine in September. These are my notes from September. I have an idea for the drawing, but I need to look up a reference of this. There's a meme picture I'm thinking of, and I can't. I don't know what it's called though. Oh, okay, I found it. Omega Mart is like a small, medium, interactive exhibit. Great way to spend 4 hours looking at cool stuff. More if you do their lore hunting quest. Oh, they have a quest? They have a lore hunting quest? They have story? Seems fun. Wait, okay. I have looked up the meme image that I want to reference, but I am unsure if this is used in a... It seems like this meme is used in a both positive and negative way. So I don't know if this is like what I'm thinking is correct, but I will do it anyway. It's like that. Here, I'll sketch it really quick so you guys can see what I'm thinking. It's like the... It's like the... There's this guy and he's got like sand in his hands, you know, and he's like... And then there's like... This? Is that what it's called? Dramatic Dimitri? So, hey Juicebox, the sad beach guy, yeah. So like I'm googling it, and it's like, it seems like it's used both positively and negatively, and I don't know which one is correct. Maybe both. Maybe both? I don't know. I'm kind of impressed at me doing these like really fast figure drawings. I'm impressed at myself. But like some of the examples are like when you finished playing a game for several hours and you realize that autosave was off. Like, that's one. And then another one's like, let me see. Today I looked, while crossing a one-way traffic road, I looked both ways. Oh, I guess that is a negative one. Okay. Okay, I guess it is negative. I went to school and I forgot my headphones. Okay, I see. What's this Reddit here? I don't know, I googled despair meme images and it brings up this, some rage comic faces, and a bunch of Danganronpa images. As a general rule, a meme is what you make of it. That's true. I use it when I'm hyped for a game but waiting for a trailer. Like, what do I do with myself till then? I've seen it used for stuff like ice cream fell on the ground. Okay. That's true. Okay. All right, now I will go with this. I'm going with this idea. Oh my god, I just thought of... Okay, I was gonna make it myself about the Game Boy Color that was not cooperating with me, but instead I think I want to make it Kieran about, like, when Ogerpon doesn't want to be your Pokemon. It's so mean, but I'm gonna do it. Omega Mart, oh, their company also has another larger installation in Denver called Convergence Station. Really cool too. Oh, interesting. Like, the way you're describing it, it kind of reminds me of like those Team Lab exhibits in Japan. Like they're just like really cool art exhibits, and you go there and take Instagram photos basically. And you like walk through all these crazy rooms. Cute. from to Kieran, part 1. Still has his like hair in his face. I am simultaneously pleased and disappointed with myself. Okay, I have to cut away this sketch that I made. The fact that it's faded looks kind of funny too. Okay. I do like a Two-Face thing of you and Kieran of the GC and Ogrepon. Two-Face from Batman. Whoa, we have become one creature. I think for my sanity's sake, we'll do the one. But that's a neat idea. Oh my god, I've never drawn Kieran in my life. How does his hair work? Hi Beanie. Hi Beanie, I'm gonna draw the dumbest thing ever right now. You're just in time. Okay, got my dramatic Dimitri reference. Yes. Okay. His hair works differently depending on which DLC we were talking about. Yes, I'm gonna do part 2. Because apparently I wrote down in my notes that September was the month that I finished DLC part 1. Sorry, I said part 2 earlier. Part 1. We're gonna do part 1. Okay. When you claim something you draw is dumb, I think it's too self-critical, but I agree this time. Glad we're on the same page. I don't know how to draw this while making it look like him. Bean just woke up. Taking to see Nosferatu in like an hour. Ooh. Have fun. I don't know what Nosferatu is. That sounds familiar though. I feel like maybe somebody has told me about this. Probably you. Can't draw his eyes because his hair's in the way. It's a movie, new horror movie. Vampire. Nosferatu is a vampire? That's a cool name for a vampire. How does this child's hair work? Even. He has like a twirly thing going on. Then like headband, I think. What that is? Like a big old headband. It's a remake of a 1922 movie inspired by Dracula. No, Nosferatu's popularity did not take off though. Like, do you think people in the 1920s were like, who's your favorite vampire? Mine's Dracula. No, mine's Nosferatu. Nosferatu's way cooler than Dracula. I do not know. I can't find a picture of how the back of Kieran's head looks. Okay, it's like a ponytail. Okay, I see. Got like a big yellow headband like this. And he's got like a tail. I've seen images of the old version of him. Oh, really? Back tag. face looks so dumb. Nosferatu is the oldest attempt to adapt Bram Stoker's Dracula, but without the rights to the character, it was a German movie. Oh, okay. So they were like, this is legally distinct Dracula. I see. He had to make legally distinct Dracula. Buckle. It wasn't a popular movie. They got sued by Stoker's widow for adapting Dracula without the rights. Most prints were destroyed. Some survived, and that's how the movie was preserved. Oh. I see. So it's kind of like a... It has infamy due to its, like, historical situation, I guess. Sounds like. Okay. God, this is so silly. Boyfriend is the one taking me. He's very much a pretentious film nerd. Capitalized. So for him, it's like an adaptation of a classic black and white film. Ah, yes, my brand. Oh, that's fun. Oh, then you'll get the analysis and stuff. Like you will understand this movie by the end of this. I just realized what you're drawing, Jojo, and you're so valid. Thank you. Thank you for validating me. I don't know how to draw this. Concentrating so hard. That's why I'm not talking. How do I draw his hair like this? I guess. If you're asked to do the Pokemon Violet DLC again, knowing what the situation is with Kieran, would you do it again? Like, play the game again? Like, it seems like the game doesn't really give you a choice to, like, give him Ogerpon. Cause, like, I 100% would. Why? I don't need Bogerpon. Just let me have him in my pocket for the Pokedex and I'll trade him to you. No problem. Like, I could play the DLC and just, like, not progress to the end. All the praise I gave to the August Drag, just imagine all the opposite comments for this one. What? You don't like it? You don't like this one? Okay, I can't really see that one here. If you're asked to play it again for playing Scarlet for the exclusive, is the emotional feeling worse based on knowing what's coming? Oh. That's an interesting question. I don't know. I think it's still like, sorry, Kieran, I'm still gonna get my my version exclusive legendaries, but I feel for you. I think that's kind of where I'm at. This drawing makes me want to tell your mother you cursed the stream, but it's really well drawn, to be fair. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I was reading a message. I wasn't raging on stream. There's a difference. Okay. This is it. This is the drawing. I feel like if I add anything else, it will take away from the impact. So we're just gonna go with this, I guess. I felt like I was channeling Greg with that. You're getting there. Maybe Ogerpon's mask? I don't know where I put it. Like, I'm actually also kind of tempted to just put in the, like, me font. To be like, you know, you can do, like, is it something I can do real quick? I don't know. You know, like, when Ogerpon doesn't want to be your Pokemon, like this, you know? Like, I just want to put the... Okay. I'm not a genius, but I appreciate the kind words. That is something I guess the lines I do pride myself on. It's something my art teacher in high school praised me for as well, so I believe you on that one. Alright, I believe you on that one. But, yeah, my art teacher in high school used to praise me for my line quality, and I was like, what do you mean? Did not know. And then I don't know, like, the comment stuck with me in my brain, and I guess I kind of started understanding what she was talking about. The sand colored. Saturated. You're mad. I'm mad? Comes to topics to draw sometimes. I think I do best when I'm drawing silly stuff. That's the thing. I've become very motivated. I become very motivated. Okay. I feel like I need to draw. This is a complex one. I feel like I need to draw Kieran on a separate layer. Or maybe I should draw sand on a separate layer. Sand has like the gradient. How long have I been drawing? 2 hours! I've only done 3 drawings! There's 3 more drawings to do! Oh god. Like this. This seems like a reasonable approximation. The background. stand a bit. 3 streams. No, I can't. I have to finish this today. There's other stuff I want to draw. I have to free myself. Accidentally drawing in the... Alright, good enough for background. Capture all the emotions of 1 year. Thank you. That's my goal. My goal. It turns just slightly paler. About to draw his. Okay. I'm gonna blob in colors for the smaller ones. That will be... It will look enough like him. I think it is okay. There's sadness, despair, birth and rebirth, a cat biting your computer. All the necessary emotions for the human experience. Not like a dark blue. A bit more saturated. This. I'm so locked in on this Kieran drawing. I'm proud of it. I think I'm proud of it. I've moved past the shame. Now I'm proud of it. Hair. Man, when's the last time I went to the... Long time ago. Too long ago. Bend. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some crackers. I'm very hungry. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna eat some crackers and continue drawing. And then I will unmute myself. Let me see. Put some text. Okay. You should definitely do another stream. Think about yourself and the craft. I want to finish this though. I want to be done with it. I want to post it. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how far I get. We'll see if the hunger makes me stop earlier than I want to. If you don't have any art pieces planned, you could do another stream. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I still have my Pokemon Snap thing that I want to do. And that's it, maybe? I don't know. I feel like there's always things I want to draw, and then I always forget what I want to draw, and then I write it down, and I forget where I write it down. Okay, I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna get my crackers, my saltines. Herb. Wait, I saw a streamer do this thing, and I think it was really cute. Hold on. I'm gonna excuse me while I go get my crackers. On. Goodbye. Okay, I'm back. I finished eating my cracker. Now I am not horrendously hungry. Did you call the Song of Healing Kingdom Hearts music? Hearts and everything. How dare you? Crackers with cheese are the best meal, aren't they? Yeah! If I'm feeling fancy, I'll put a little ham on them too. You get like basically tiny ham and cheese sandwiches. And it's so good. bread. Bread anywhere else? No. Oh, the shoots, I guess. This is so silly. Now I want some easy cheese and Ritz. Oh, man, yeah. If you eat too much, it can fill you and ruin your appetite for later. Yep. What if the thing I'm eating later, I was gonna eat later, not as delicious as cheese crackers? Did you guys grow up eating those, there's this, like, how do you call it? They're like dipping snacks, kind of? There's like cheese dip snacks. It was like a little, they like came in a box, and like a box had like a packet of like, I don't know, 10 of them. And they were like attached to each other. Wait, this is so crazy to describe out loud. I don't know how. Okay, Power, oh, Power, you know what I'm talking about? What were they called? I used to eat those a lot, and they had like two kinds. They had ones that were like they were little plastic packaging, and that had like a pocket of like cheese and like little breadsticks, basically like cracker sticks. And you were supposed to use little cracker sticks to like dip it in the cheese, and then you would eat it. That was like the snack. But then they also had a version that was like it was like it came with saltines, and like it came with like a little red stick that you would use to dip into the cheese part, and then you would like use it to spread the cheese on the cracker, and then you would eat it. And I really liked those. Like I liked those more than I liked the breadstick ones. But I think they stopped making them, or my mom stopped buying them. I don't know. Not certain. But I think they went out of production or something, because I don't remember eating them later in my childhood. They got fancier? I do not know what the fancy kind looks like. Like what I don't know what they look like today. Or today's youth. Strong would have gone crazy in 2012 Tumblr. I don't know. It might go crazy in 2025 Tumblr. You don't know. It could go crazy. They were called dippers. Really? Is that what they were called? They were called dippers? What were the spreadable ones called? Maybe they were just called spreadable. Sounds familiar. I'm gonna make dinner. Does anybody want anything? That's very kind of you to offer. What's on the menu, Greg? What are you making? Rice. Easy cheese and Ritz, please. Oh man. Sounds so good. Rice is nice with mice. As long as the mice are not in the rice, then I think you are correct. Draw so much shadow. Mice cook it. Oh, okay. Mice fried rice. This looks so silly. Let me draw the sand. I need to draw it on top. But like fine art. Nice to meet you. Okay, this. So dumb. Okay. Continue coloring. Oh my gosh, I was so locked in. I forgot to talk. I have nothing in my brain to talk about except for Final Fantasy 11. That's all I was doing this weekend. Another great Cage song. How do you come up with these ideas? Why, like, how do you know to troll like this? Where did you forge this flavor of trolling? I'm very curious. Maybe I've asked this before, I can't remember. How about Final Fantasy 11 then? What did I do? I can tell you about the... Okay, so I started the story, finally. And I can tell you about the ridiculous things that have happened so far. You know how to swim in water? How am I supposed to answer? Okay, fine. Fair enough. But yeah, okay, so like, but so the thing with Final Fantasy 11 is that it's so long that I haven't progressed that much in the story. Like, this is what happened so far. I started the main story. I saw a cutscene of a girl, and she was like, "I have to travel to the future," and then you talk to some, and then it cuts out of the cutscene. You talk to some NPC, and this NPC is like, "Hey, you should go to this town. There's a girl that got discovered because she was like washed up on shore, and some pirates found her." And they were like, and then she keeps saying her name, and I'm like, "Me? I'm level 20. I don't know what anybody is doing knowing my name." And then they're like, "Well, anyway, you should go there and like talk to this girl because it sounds like she knows you." And you're like, okay." So then you go, and then this pirate guy's like, "Hello, I'm the pirate guy." And then, you know, we found this girl, and there she is. And then she's like, she calls you like sensei, like master. She's like, "Master," and you're like, excuse me. And it turns out, and then she's like, "Oh, that's right, you don't know me yet. I'm from the future." And you're like, "Huh?" And then she's like, "Yeah, in the future, you're my like, I'm your pupil, and you like taught me a bunch of stuff. And also, you sacrificed yourself to like try to fight off the great evil, but the great evil did not die, and so now everyone's screwed, and well, the only person left alive in the future is me." And you're like, "Oh." And she's like, "Well, I came here to try to change the past and give you this item." And she gives you the thing, and then she's like, and then at this point, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I guess she's like, you know, like the sidekick character that you like go along with, that she goes along with you while you're on your adventures to try to like fix her future." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. We're getting to know this character." And then suddenly she like collapses on the ground and is like, "Ugh, I cannot stay much longer. My time is short." And then she just disappears, and you're like, "Okay." And then everyone in the room is like, "Huh. All right, well, you should go back to doing your quests." And you're like, "Okay." So you go back and you start doing other quests. Like nothing happened. And you have to ask them a question only you would know to prove they're not lying. Yeah, well, we didn't get a chance because she blinked out of existence. I don't know if she went back to her time or died or what. But anyway, she's gone. So I was like, "Oh, okay. I thought I was finally meeting a main character, but I guess not." And so then you're like, "Okay, well, I guess I will go do other stuff." So I was doing other quests. She changed the timeline and deleted that version of herself. Oh no, I hope not. That's so sad. She has like main character energy. Like she looks very relevant to the plot. So anyway, I don't know when we're gonna see her again, but that happened, and then the quest is like, "Okay, well, you should go unlock chocobo riding." I was like, "All right, I guess I'll do that." That seems, you know, tonally appropriate for what I just saw. So I go and I need to go unlock like mount riding. So I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess I should talk to this there's this NPC I'm supposed to talk to." So then I talk to him like, "Hey." And they're like, "Oh, are you interested in chocobo riding?" I'm like, "Yes." And they're like, "Okay, well, let me go see what I have." And then they walk away, and then this chocobo, while the person is walking away, this chocobo looks at you and is like looking at you very wistfully. And then a dialogue box shows up and is like, "Would you like to free the chocobo?" And I was like, "What? Why would I free the chocobo? This is somebody else's chocobo." And then I said no. And then the game is like, it just asked me again, "Would you like to free the chocobo?" I'm like, I can't say no to this. I have to ruin this man's property. So then I let the chocobo go, and he runs off into the distance. And then the guy comes back and he's like, "Oh no, where did my chocobo go?" And you're like, "I don't know, I didn't do it." And then he's like, "I wonder if the chocobo heard us talking." Oh yeah, because right before this, like, the guy was telling you about the history of chocobos and how there used to be wild chocobos, but now there's no more wild chocobos. And then he's like, "I wonder if the chocobo like heard us talking about wild chocobos and it wants to like live free and wild, but we can't have that because then I won't have a chocobo business anymore." And then you're like, "Okay." And then they're like, "Will you go get my chocobo back for me, adventurer?" And you're like, "I guess." So then you go and get the chocobo, and then you bring back the chocobo. Take the hint version. Yeah, you go get the chocobo, you bring back the chocobo, and then And then you're like, oh, thank you for bringing back my chocobo. And then there's another quest after this. And the guy tells you like, man, I don't know what happened to my chocobo. He's acting so riled up. And he's like, I think the chocobos are like, they're like responding to the call of the wild or whatever. And then you're like, and he's like making all the other chocobos want to like break free. And then another guy shows up and he's like, hello, I'm the president of the Chocobo Association. I've come to check on the chocobos here because we are also having problems over there where I am from. And they're like, what? He's like, yes, one of my chocobos also escaped and came back and was acting all like not obedient and stuff. And we can't have that because of our chocobo business. And I'm like, are we keeping the chocobos against their will? Like, this sounds bad. And they're like, oh no, what should we do? We can't have the chocobos trying to like organize a revolution. We must come together with all the chocobo like stables, you know, heads, and like discuss what we need to do. They're like, okay, we should have a meeting. And then they're like, hey, Adventure, because I've just been standing there the whole time. They're like, hey, Adventure, you should come too. And I'm like, why am I coming? I literally came here because I didn't have a chocobo and I don't know anything about chocobos. So anyway, they take you to this meeting about chocobos, and they're like, wait, I need to. Sorry, I'm like trying to think about what I'm supposed to do next. Oh, I'm gonna write words. And they're like having a meeting with these other chocobos, and or other chocobo heads, and then, you know, they're like, what should we do? And they're like, hey, Adventurer, what do you think we should do? And you're like, I don't know. And then you get 3 dialogue choices, and you say one, like, I didn't know which one, because I'm like, I'm literally just a guy. Like, I was just there when you were having this problem. And then when you pick an option, they're like, that sucks. That's the worst idea I've ever heard. And you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll pick another option. And then you pick the other 2 options, and they all say they say the same thing again, because they're like, that sucks. So you have to click all 3. And then once you click all 3, a 4th option shows up and is like, then you click that option, and then the NPCs still say, that sucks. That's the worst idea I ever heard. But then one of the other NPCs is like, no, I think she's onto something. And they're like, let's do that. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you should have just said it yourself. Why'd you make me go through this weird gauntlet? Oops, I accidentally closed my window. I was clicking on hotkeys willy-nilly. So anyway, and then, so the idea is you basically bring the 2 chocobos that escaped together so they can, like, talk to each other, I guess. And then it turns out the reason that they were acting all weird is because they both escaped at the same time, thought each other was a wild chocobo, and then they were, like, all fired up, like, wild chocobos still really exist in the wild, and, like, I can be a wild chocobo too, but they were actually just 2 domestic chocobos that had met each other. And so they were like, and then there's like this really sad cutscene of the 2 chocobos acting really sad. And then you're like, oh no. And then they're like, well, that sucks, but it looks like they're back to normal. And now we will no longer have a chocobo revolution. And you're like, okay. And that's the quest. And then once you do that quest, you can do some other quests to like actually get your chocobo riding skill unlocked or whatever. And I have to stress how much I'm not like the way I'm telling the story makes it sound like I'm exaggerating what happened, but this is literally what happens. And like, I don't hate it though. Like, it's kind of funny. It's funny and charming and like weird. So I don't know. I'm having fun, I think. The stream is struggling. Oh, I think it was struggling because I accidentally closed a bunch of Chrome tabs and then I had to reopen them. Should be fine now, I think. Hopefully. Game really said no to chocobo rights. I know! I was like, the chocobos are obviously sad! What's wrong with you? Yeah, this game is kind of brutal. Like, compared to Final Fantasy 14, like, when the chocobo people are, like, discussing what to do with the chocobos, like, one of them is like, we need, like, the chocobos are acting up because you guys have been too soft on the chocobos. We need to discipline the chocobos with, like, physical punishment. And you're like, what? And it's just like, and you're like, what? And like, yeah, NPCs are like, a lot of the NPCs say like really mean stuff about like each other and animals. And I'm like, whoa. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, it was like 2005, I think, when the game was out. So I don't know. Would you call it more cynical? I wouldn't call it more cynical as much as I would call it like just less. Like it leans in more to like kind of more typical fantasy tropes of like. And like one thing I kind of appreciate about 14 is that they take care not to do this, but like 11 kind of falls into the same trope as a lot of other fantasy fiction does, where it's like the beastmen are attacking. They are sentient and, you know, have their own society, but they're monsters and we're gonna kill them. And hey, adventurer, you should help us kill the monsters. And like all the NPCs are really racist to the other NPCs in different cities and stuff, which is like, oh, those, you know, Taro over there in that town, like they're all so uncouth or whatever. And you're like, which is like a thing that fantasy has done for a really long time. And it like kind of gets disguised, I guess, because it's fantasy races and not real races, but like it's like still like a little uncomfortable. But I don't know, like, so it does just more of that, you know, like it's a little less thoughtful about that kind of stuff. But again, I'm at the beginning of the story, so who knows, like maybe they tapered off on that as the game progressed. Less filtered, I guess, but it's not really more filtered. Like I wouldn't say it's like filtered or not filtered. I think it's just like more typical fantasy, I guess, than more like it's just it feels a little less like oh, like there's a particular way the society has built up in the Final Fantasy 11 world, and like rather than like, oh, we're gonna kind of lean into like, you know, typical things that, you know, a fantasy city state would say about another fantasy city state is like, they suck and we're the best, you know, like it's very like, oh, okay, I guess that's, I don't know, but who knows, like I'm really just at the tip of the iceberg with the story, so I don't know. Anyway, I am trying to write this meme text. I should turn off the color layer because I can't. Okay. Never knows the streamer me. Yeah. Feel free to. Please feel free to. Oops, I cannot spell. Yeah, always feel free to mention in chat if something seems off. I can try to fix it, hopefully. Greetings, user. Are you ready to commit to cleaning your community? Oh god. I mean, basically though, but like, yeah. Like, fantasy has done that for a long time. And I think only recently, really, like in the last 5-10 years, like, fantasy fiction enjoyers have kind of started being a little bit more, you know, careful about that kind of stuff, which I like, at least in like from what I know in like D&D communities, like they've been a little bit more like you know, careful about like playing into like, oh, the bad guys are always dark elves, you know, like I don't know. So, which I think is good. I think it's good. It's definitely, I mean, I'm sure it's definitely like, doesn't win. Oh my god, doesn't want. I cannot write and talk at the same time. Hey Beeb, you're back. What month are we on? We're on September. I've been spending too much time on this specific one. I was talking about chocobo rights in Final Fantasy 11. The game said no to chocobo rights. VTuber model is also struggling, responding to your mouth today too. Oh no! That might be, I fiddled with the settings after yesterday? After Friday's stream. So it should be a little better. I think it's mostly because I'm I'm looking downward at my tablet. So hopefully that's the main part of the problem. What are you drawing for September? I am drawing. I am drawing Kieran from Pokemon, the Pokemon DLC, being sad that he doesn't get a Pokemon that the main character gets, because that's his whole like villain arc. I don't know if you caught any of the Pokemon streams, B, but this character is like really a fan of a particular Pokemon, and but you catch them instead. Unfortunately, the game does not allow you to give him the Pokemon, so he kind of just gets really mad about it and is very sad. I'm hand drawing some meme text. You know what? If I was smart, I would have just used the text tool. But that's okay. We'll just do this. Doesn't when she says no. Everyone can wake up on the next panel. That's true. We should add more months so we can work on this piece forever. Just make like a fan comic of Kieran going through various meme poses. Oh no, I'm running out of space. I'm running out of space. Okay. Doesn't want to be your Pokemo. One more stream for the drawing. No! No, I believe in me. I will not listen to you, naysayers. It's almost been 3 hours since I started. October, you should go way back and draw Marvel saying, "Can I has cheeseburger?" Maybe it will lead to the revival of the meme. Part this closer. Okay. Does Clip Studio have like a stroke filter or like thingy? I want to draw the black outline around it, but I don't know. I do like a pen stroke. Ooh, I actually don't know. I think I have to do this in a very okay. I have to do this in a weird way. How long are these streams usually? I lose track. Depends. I think usually anywhere between 2 to 4 hours. So we are, I mean, yeah, but it is almost dinner time where I'm at, so I might have to stop soon. Maybe we can squeeze in October. Whoa, this is like weird, like, yeah, okay. I have to do this in a weird way. Merge this. I like this. No solid colors. Oh, just the outline? It does look nice with just the outline too. I guess if I end stream and do another stream, I can play Final Fantasy 11 sooner. Okay, and new layer underneath. Your colors were good though. Thank you. Invert, selection, expand the selection. There must be a better way to do this, but for now. Okay, so I can merge all these layers. Bring back the color layer. Yeah, okay. It looks so dumb. Do I want to give this some extra pizzazz? Because if I want to give some extra pizzazz, I could separate out the Kirans in the background. And I could separate out the Kirans in the background and like put some transparency on them, like in the original meme. Just for to sneak a GBC on the ground. No, I think I don't want to distract from this masterpiece. I think we want to leave it like this. How's this look? Estrada was right. I want to see drawings like this every month. Every month now? Oh god. I would not. Listen, this kind of inspiration only strikes once in a while. I'm not this funny most of the time. Okay, I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with this. All right, can we? This was the most detailed one, I think. Actually, these two were both kind of detailed. The Paper Mario one and the Pokemon DLC one. Okay. Can we squeeze in October before ending the stream? Or maybe I should just call it. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. Can we call it? October was Nancy Drew. And I'm not entirely sure how I would draw that. Because Nancy Drew is not on screen at all. Squeeze in October. You're a great artist. Never say otherwise or I'll get really mad. Oh, thank you. Believe in your art and your comedy. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Squeeze in October. Okay, well, we had Nancy Drew. We can call it and do 1.5 draw. Okay, how about I sketch October and then we can hit the ground running next stream. So now so let me just decide what I want to do for October. Did 3. You can save 3 for next. No, I did. Oh, I guess I did do 3. That's true. I did 3 and 3. I did do 3. With the monitor biting. Maybe the phantom horse. I could draw the phantom horse. What did I do? What happened in the Nancy Drew stream? There were the vegetables. There was the vegetables. There's that one guy that was chasing me through the maze, but I don't want to draw him because he scares me. I had to ride the horses around. I had to brush the horses? Oh, I had to feed the horses. And if I fed the horses wrong, they would die. Secret of Shadow Ranch. Horse. Horse. Maybe the cook. No, the cook is scary. I'm scared of the cook. I don't want to draw him. He tried to kill me. I'm gonna tend my rice. Good stream, Joy. Have a nice week. Thank you, Greg. Have a delicious dinner. Dinner? Dinner. I think you said it was dinner. Okay, I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'll think about it. Okay, we won't do the sketch because my brain's come up with nothing. Probably because I'm hungry. So why don't we end it there? Here's a little tour of what we did. You could draw a horse that died from eating the wrong mixture, and that's a phantom horse. Ooh, a storyline. I see. No, sadly, the ghost horse was a lot less boring, or a lot more boring than that. I think the horse was covered in like some kind of powder. I don't remember. And you only see the horse like 2 times. It's so disappointing. But it was a fun game. Okay, we did this. I'm really proud of these drawings. We got like full drawings. I'm proud of this. I gotta show this one to Fancy Wig. I think he will enjoy this one. Okay, I will think about what to draw for Nancy Drew, because I do want to commemorate Nancy Drew. I just don't know exactly how to do that. But we will do it. Okay, thank you for hanging out with me while streaming. I hope you had fun watching the drawing. Thank you for giving ideas and such, and just listening to me ramble about various things. I will next be streaming on Tuesday. We'll be doing more Rune Factory, doing more girls dating, and then we will be that will be at 8:30 Pacific time. So I will see you then if you're interested in that. And then let's see if there is anybody raid right now. UITY, yeah. It was the boring normal guy that freaked you out in a story of mystery and phantoms. I mean, that I feel like that's true in real life. I am scared of people more than I'm scared of ghosts. I think, maybe. Thanks for streaming. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. I will enjoy my dinner. Melodica's playing Children of the Light. Sky, Children of the Light. Let's do that. Let's go say hi to Melodica. Apparently he is enjoying this game, which I have never played, but it looks very relaxing. Let's go say hi to Melodica. I feel like I've raided him quite often recently, but oh well, that's what he gets for streaming right now. Okay, bye everybody. Thank you. See you later. Bye.